There was a woman named Zina who loved to brag about her husband's wealth. She would constantly talk about his expensive cars, a big house, and luxurious vacations. She made sure everyone knew how successful and rich her husband was. But, unknown to Zina, her husband, Robina, was growing tired of her constant bragging and lack of appreciation for him. He began an affair with a younger woman, Benita, who made him feel appreciated and loved. One day, Robina left Zina for Benita, and the news spread like wildfire. Zina was devastated and humiliated. She had become so used to bragging about her husband's wealth that she had forgotten to appreciate him as a person. As the news of her divorce spread, people began to mock Zina. They would say she was so proud of her husband's wealth but couldn't keep him. She became a joke in the community, and her pride had turned to shame. After the divorce, Zina's life began to unravel. She had spent all her time bragging about her husband's wealth but had not developed any skills or interests of her own. She was left alone with nothing to show for her years of marriage. Her friends, who had once admired her wealth, now avoided her. They didn't want to be associated with someone who had become a laughingstock in the community. Zina was left with no one to turn to, no one to confide in. As the months went by, Zina's financial situation worsened. She had never worked and had no idea how to manage money. She was forced to sell her luxurious belongings, one by one, just to make ends meet. Zina found herself standing in a food bank line, waiting for a handout. It was then that she realized how far she had fallen. She had gone from being a proud wife to a humbled, struggling single woman. But, in that moment of humility, Zina found a new sense of purpose. She began to volunteer at the food bank, helping others who were struggling like her. She discovered a new sense of fulfillment, one that didn't depend on wealth or material possessions. Zina's story spread, a cautionary tale about the dangers of pride and the importance of humility. She became a reminder that true wealth lies in relationships, skills, and personal growth, not just material possessions.